In keeping with a perfect turnout, the harness and fittings will also match the carriage. Jane Money, acting as my groom today, will show how to harness the horse for my carriage.
Good morning, my name is Jane, and this is Randy, and the horse that we have with us this morning is Kate. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be harnessing her for Martha, who's coming in to do a champagne drive this morning. And as we go through this, I'd like to just tell you a little bit about the harness that we have here and show you how we put it on. And we're going to put on the collar. This is the first part you put on. As you see the collar, it has brass hames on it, okay? And we're going to put this on, and it goes on by putting it on over their head. And Randy's going to hold the horse for me. You're putting it on, it sits right firmly on the neck. You want a nice good fit. You don't want too much room between here and the collar. You want to be able to just put your hand right about that. So this is a very nice fitting collar. And you have your pole strap. Then you also have your tug keepers that we'll put those on at the very last. Next we come over and we want to get the saddle and the breeching. We pick it up. We have this all connected together. Some people will connect it in two parts, but we keep it all together. We find it much easier to put on, and it's much quicker. You're going to put the saddle across their back. As you bring the breeching on, you bring it down, and it fits firmly down around their haunches. And we always pull their tail out. You're putting on, you pull it up so it fits firmly up next to the withers. You reach under, you get your girth, and you put it through the buckle. And on a pairs harness, the girth doesn't have to be too tight. So it's different depending on if you're driving pairs or singles. Today we'll be doing pairs. So we want to make sure that we're able to put our hand in there and we have lots of room so it's not too tight on her. Okay, and now we're going to put on the tail crooper. We take the tail and we just lift it and we just slide it right under. You always want to watch while you're behind the horse. You want to watch your horse's head and their ears to make sure they're paying attention to you so they know you're back here. Some horses, you want to make sure that you're watching their legs and their ears. They're giving you signals. We don't want them to kick, so we always stand just a little beside them. You come up and you buckle the crooper in and you put it through its keeper. And once it fits nice and snug, that's fitting nicely. Now we have the tugs. Here's the next we'll put on. I'm going to go ahead and just throw one that'll go on the other side over the top right now. As you take this, you also take this part that goes back to the breeching. They'll go in. This will come through the back. So we adjust it. We don't want it too tight. And we put the tug through the keeper. And this is a new harness, so the leather's still real stiff, so you just work it through. And it comes back. We'll put it through its keeper. Then we want to take it, we're just going to lay it across here until we get ready to hitch to the carriage. And we'll go on the other side and do the same thing. And now the next thing we have to put on is the bridle. And the first thing we need to do is slip off her halter to put on her bridle. And we're going to slip that off together. And you want to make sure as you're slipping it off that you do this quickly. Because basically right now the only control we have over the horse is just the line. There we go. And you want to make sure you get their ears out and pull their forelock. So now, you pull it all to one side. Which can get difficult when the horse wants to put her head up, so you can't reach. There. And now we already have the nose band adjusted. The only thing we have left we need to hook, which Randy's done so already, is a throat latch. And the next thing we put on is lines. And here's our set of lines today. And you stretch them out to make sure that the one that goes on the inside, as you see the bottom two hanging, one's longer than the other. So you want the inside, the longest one, to go to the inside of your pair because it'll cross over to the other horse. So you take the short one, pass it through the ring. I'll do that to Randy. And you take the longer one, pass it through on the inside of the horse. And we'll bring this up. I want to leave this one right here because this one will be attached to the other horses. We're hitching them to the carriage. So it doesn't need to be attached to her at this time. So we'll just keep it there. Take the Blythe of the Rain and go across the back. And now she's ready to be hitched to the carriage.
During the drive, the groom's purpose is part tradition and part necessity. They assist when you stop, for repairs, picnics, or just sightseeing.